Political socialization. Political socialization refers to the process of people forming political values, beliefs, and behaviors. Political socialization involves two main dimensions. First, socialization helps to bring citizens into society's political culture, which in the U.S. includes valuing democracy, liberty, equality, voting, and more. Through the process of socialization, people gain a sense of how power is distributed, how the government functions, what role citizens play, and which rights citizens have. This is not about everyone becoming an expert, but rather about gaining a basic understanding of the political culture. As one example, when parents take their children to the polls when they vote, their children learn that voting is an important thing to do. This creates a sense of political efficacy. Conversely, parents who do not vote teach their children a feeling of political apathy. The second dimension of political socialization involves the acquisition of ideological and political party leanings. As people are exposed to the various political ideologies and political parties, they form preferences that are influenced by how the information is presented. For example, a child who grows up in a strongly conservative household and community will be more likely to hold conservative views and support the Republican Party than a child who grows up in a progressive-minded setting. This doesn't mean a person's beliefs are set in stone, but rather, the socialization that occurs during childhood forms a foundation of beliefs that often last into the future. Now let's examine some important factors that influence the process of political socialization. Family plays an important role, as do peers, meaning friends, classmates, and even co-workers. The education a person receives is also crucial. How much or how little a school teaches civics, government, and history topics has an impact on the political socialization of students. Other types of organizations are also important in the socialization process, such as the clubs a person belongs to, a person's workplace, and a person's religious institution. In fact, some religious denominations actively encourage or discourage political participation and support for a particular ideology or party. A special interest group, like the NRA or Sierra Club, can also play a part in the socialization process. Additionally, the media has enormous influence. Some news outlets are biased toward the left or right political ideologies, but even more objective news media outlets can impact political culture. As an example, news outlets that spend most of their coverage on trivial matters like gossip provide less coverage of consequential political topics, and this impacts which issues citizens think are the most important. Politicians, political candidates, and political parties play a role in political socialization by inspiring citizens to get involved and by communicating their views on political issues. Also, politicians, candidates, and parties that demonstrate their support for important democratic values like voting and the rule of law help to inspire confidence in the political system and pass on those values. Unfortunately, politicians and candidates can also undermine democratic values and discourage citizens from participating. Attending or watching political events like a campaign rally, a convention, a protest, a march, or otherwise can have a socializing effect. Finally, a citizen's personal circumstances are impactful. A person's social class, gender, race, ethnicity, age, and location give experiences and exposure to factors that teach political culture and political ideological attitudes. Hopefully, these examples make it clear that political socialization is a learning process instilled by many people, groups, and forces in society. While it starts in childhood, the socialization process continues into adulthood as life experiences reinforce or challenge a person's political values, beliefs, and behaviors.